Everyone loves new games, and today I've got 40 new upcoming Quest 2 games. I tried to find every single game I could that was coming to the Quest 2. I may have missed some, so comment down below if I did. Some of these we've talked about before, but there's also some brand new ones in here as well. I'll put a list of every game with a timestamp in the description to save you some time. Let's do it right now. First up, we've got Echo Wars Road Rage. Now, the footage you're seeing on screen right now is more than likely from the Steam version of this game, but it is coming to the Quest as well. In this game, you'll be driving with one hand while you're shooting with another. Hopefully this game gets the mechanics just right. If you actually play it on PC VR, you can actually use a real wheel and a motion controller. So you can actually have the wheel in your left hand or right hand and your motion controller in your other hand, which is a pretty awesome mechanic too. It's got a full-on story with 18 levels and 50 different missions to complete. There is not a release date that I could find, just that it's coming soon. Next up, let's talk about a game that's actually coming out very soon, Interkosmos 2000. Now this game actually launches on the 1st, I believe, of September, which is next week. It's got the tagline, "Go to space, save the future, try not to die," which in and of itself is a great reason to play this game. It looks like a really cool space type of game with interactions inside of the cockpit. Another one launching very soon is Into the Radius. Now, I've played this game significantly, and I had a video on the channel as well. The game actually launches on September 8th. Into the Radius is a fantastic port of a PC VR game to Quest, the best that I've seen so far. This game will keep you busy for hours and hours, and it's a blast, and it's hard, and it's just so much fun to play. So if you're looking for a survival horror kind of game where you'll have to clean your guns and become a scavenger to survive, then Into the Radius might be exactly what you're looking for. This game is launching this year sometime, and I am so freaking excited for it. This is NFL Pro Era. This game is actually going to allow you to suit up as your favorite quarterback on one of the 32 NFL football teams and play real NFL football. Like I said, this launches sometime this year, and I'm very excited to play it. Another game launching next month is DSim. I think that's how you say it. It's been on App Lab for a little while, but it's actually getting a full-on release next month. Congratulations to the developer. They definitely deserve it. It's a really fun simulation game. If you haven't played it, I highly recommend checking it out. This next game is called TownScaper VR. This is a town creator type of game, if you will. More of a relaxing town builder from what I can tell. I haven't played it, but it's launching on October 6th, I believe. So if you're into town builders and want something relaxing, who knows, maybe TownScaper VR is for you. Another brand new game announced at Gamescom is Everslaught Invasion. Everslaught is a PC VR arcade hack-and-slash sword type of combat game, and now we're getting a Quest version. No release date that I know of this game so far, but it does look like a lot of fun. I'm actually really excited for this next game that feels for some reason like a mixture of Portal and Amazon. Yes, it's The Last Worker. It looks like it could be a lot of fun. A story-based, kind of post-apocalyptic type of thing. Looks like you may be one of the only humans left or something. I don't know, but it looks like fun. Reminds me a heck of a lot of Portal, and for me, that is a really, really good thing. Next up is Ultimechs. Now, this game actually is launching for free. Yes, I said it, for free next month on the Quest 2. It'll have you playing in teams to try to score goals. I've heard some people compare it to Rocket League. Like I said, this is launching for free, which is awesome. It's always great to have more free options. All right, this next one isn't necessarily a game, but I'm going to put it on the list anyways, and it's called Librarian. This is a memory palace experience, if you will. It actually allows you to learn in VR by building a memory palace. It actually has a ton of educational content that you can access, but I believe you can actually use an app to upload your own stuff into Librarian that you want to remember, so you can try to use a memory palace to increase your memory. And instead of creating one in your mind, you create one in virtual reality and associate the things you want to remember with that memory palace. Kind of a cool idea, actually. Next up is Gazzlers. This is a VR shooter that says, embark on an epic train ride across the lands of Ginkgo. Build your ultimate weapon and shoot, block, and dodge your way through hordes of crazy enemies to reach the temple of the machine god. Looks like a crazy shooter with some interesting elements to it. Definitely some interesting art style. I do love this type of art. No release date specifically as of yet. On Steam, it's listed as when we're done. So whenever it's done, it will release. Now, I definitely could not do this list without including Bonelab. Bonelab is the follow-up to Boneworks. You already know what it is. You're seeing the trailer on screen. You've probably seen it several times if you're a fan of Bonelab or Boneworks. It is coming sometime this year to the Quest 2. And I know that I'm excited and a lot of other people are, so I won't say much more. But come on, Bonelab, come out soon. Please, please come out soon. Next up, launching next month as well, I think actually might be launching on the 1st, is ForeVR Cornhole. And I put a video out on the channel of this already, and it's a lot of fun. If you like Cornhole or you just want to hang out with some friends in virtual reality, ForeVR Cornhole is a great place to do it. Really, I actually had a lot of fun playing this game, and somehow I'm really good at it. Like, I actually did exceptionally well somehow, and I have no idea how I did that. I even beat Gamertag VR, which is a very, very rare occurrence. Next, I think this game was actually announced at Gamescom as well, but it doesn't have an actual trailer, or it does, what you're seeing here, but it doesn't have actual gameplay in the trailer. This is the new Owlchemy Labs hand tracking game. Now, there's not hardly anything known about this game except for it's a hand tracking game. It's coming to the Quest 2, and this interesting trailer makes it look very interesting. I like all the stuff from Owlchemy Labs, and the fact they're building this designed for hand tracking is going to be really cool. I can't wait to see what it is. Hopefully we get more information very soon. Next, let's talk Hellsweeper, the game where you take a broom to hell and clean up all the cobwebs. No, that's not really what's happening. You're seeing on screen right now what actually happens. You're going to clear out hell with whatever you can get your hands on. Apparently, there's lots of different types of weapons. I played the PC VR version of this game, and it was absolutely crazy. It's by the developers of Sirento, so that should tell you exactly what type of combat it's going to have. Flips, wall runs, all the good stuff. Looks to be a bloody good time. So Hellsweeper does come out, I believe, sometime this year. Broken Edge is another game coming to the Quest 2, and this is another sword game, oddly enough. I had it in this order. This game is a 1v1 sword fighting multiplayer game. Kind of reminds me of what we have in Iron Lights in some ways, but I won't say that it's too similar until I actually try it. I have not played it as of yet. We'll see how it plays, but again, 1v1 sword fighting in Broken Edge. Next up, a game I am extremely looking forward to, and that's Espire 2. I really enjoyed Espire 1, and Espire 2 looks to take all of that and make it even better. I'm talking the ability to use your voice to do more than just tell someone to freeze or put their hands up. From what I've seen in footage, from gameplay videos, from Gamescom and trailers, it looks like a lot of fun. And like it really takes the first game, makes it even better, and makes it feel even more like Metal Gear Solid. So Espire 2 launches, I'm not sure when it launches exactly. I think it launches sometime this year though. Hopefully soon. Another game I cannot wait to jump into and play, as it looks like a lot of fun. All right, we've had some killing games. Let's talk about a game that's a little less bloody called Pathcraft. Pathcraft is a game where you will craft paths, essentially. It kind of reminds me of Lemmings in some ways, I think, where you have to create these paths for this little character to go on. It's a puzzle-style game. Now, I believe this game was on SideQuest a long time ago, or at least a iteration of this game. But this game is launching officially on Quest 2. Now I'm going to mention a couple of games that we know are coming, but we don't know a lot about to get them out of the way. GTA San Andreas, we know that that's coming. We have no idea when, but we do know that it's coming, and we don't know anything about it. Last year at Connect, we heard the announcement for it. Maybe we'll see something at Connect this year, who knows? Assassin's Creed VR is the other one. It's been a long time coming. There's been leaks, there's been supposed information. I don't know what's actually coming, or when it's coming, or if it's coming. Ubisoft recently canceled a whole ton of games, and that included Splinter Cell VR, which really stinks because I wanted Splinter Cell VR, but they did not cancel Assassin's Creed VR yet, so we will hopefully be getting more information on that soon. No idea when, or where, or if, or what. This next game is called Gambit, and it's by the same developers that brought us Zero Caliber. This is a co-op shooter that looks like it could be fun and pretty vulgar, but it looks to be a story campaign-based heist shooter type of game, set in a very interesting post-apocalyptic type of world, I think, of some kind, with some very interesting characters. Next up is Final Fury, a combat type of game. I can't really tell from the trailer how the gameplay really works in this game. It's by the same developer as Synth Riders, so I don't know if it's going to be music-based or what it's going to be, but I like combat arcade-style fighting games, so hopefully that scratches the itch, because there aren't really that many in virtual reality, or at least on the Quest 2. Next, let's talk Propagation Paradise Hotel. Now, originally, this was assumed to be co-op because Propagation was co-op. Unfortunately, this game is not a co-op game, but it still looks creepy as heck. There's been quite a few zombie games on the Quest in the last couple of years, but this one looks to be somewhat unique in that it looks more like a horror game and not like a shooter necessarily, although there is guns in the game. It looks freaking creepy, and if it's half as creepy as Propagation, then it'll be pretty terrifying. Obviously, we can't have this list without mentioning The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners Part 2, Retribution. I've seen some gameplay from Gamescom, and it looks like a lot of fun. I can't wait to use that chainsaw against some walkers in the game. It's going to be a lot of fun. I, for one, can't wait for it. I know a lot of other people can't either, so I won't say much else about it, but I just can't wait for it. Also, let's mention Peaky Blinders VR, which is pretty awesome that we're getting a big show like that in virtual reality on the Quest 2. Hopefully we'll get more information very soon. Don't have a release date on this yet. We don't really know anything about the gameplay either, but we will see, hopefully soon, more about the game. This next one, Collosal Cave, is actually a VR remake of the Roberta Williams Collosal Cave game from back in the day. Looks to be really cool, honestly, and the fact that we're getting some really cool remakes for these old games is pretty awesome, and the fact that the creators came out of retirement to make this is pretty freaking awesome. Also, can't forget Among Us VR, which is probably going to be a lot of fun if you have the right group. Now, I'm going to say right now, the wrong people in this game could absolutely ruin the game, but hopefully there'll be some amazing people to play with, and it'll definitely be good to play with friends and people that you know. Randoms, I don't know, but we'll see. Among Us VR, anyways, coming to the Quest 2 sometime this year. Next up is We Are One. Now, I've talked about this game a few times, and I'm very excited that they are getting an official release on the Quest store, because I played, I believe, a demo version, or at least a beta version of this game on App Lab, and it was so much fun. You use clones of yourself to fight against the enemies. It's just a really cool mechanic, and throwing your gun to yourself is really cool. Kind of reminds you of something that you would do in Superhot if you memorize the levels. Just a really fun game to play. Also coming, the Exorcist Legion VR Sin. I will not be playing this game, just so you are aware, but this is another horror game, a follow-up to the Exorcist VR game. This one will actually have multiplayer, a co-op mode in this game. Heck no, count me out. I'm definitely not doing that, but I'm sure a lot of people will enjoy it. T for God is also getting a release. Kind of odd we go from exorcism and demons to T for God. But anyways, T for God is getting a release officially on the Quest store as well, apparently. I believe, I know it's getting a full release for the game. This is a room scale game that takes your boundaries in your room or your guardian and creates a walkable level inside of that guardian. It's really cool. I've played it several times and had a blast with it. This trailer makes it look even better, and the final version of this game is going to be so cool. I can't wait to play it. Next up, we've got a game called What the Bat. Now, I did not play the flat game that this was based on, What the Golf, but this looks like some crazy stuff going on here. I don't even know what to think about this trailer, but it looks like it could be fun. Crazy, but fun. Next up, I'll mention Ghostbusters VR very quickly. Again, we don't know much about it. We don't have gameplay, just this CGI trailer, but Ghostbusters is another big IP that is coming to the Quest and VR, so I'm excited to see what they've done with it. Hopefully we'll get some really cool multiplayer action out of it and some cool ghost hunting. Next up, let's talk about Ziggy's Cosmic Adventure. This is another space game that looks very unique. I love the interactivity of the cockpit already in this trailer that you're seeing. The game is supposed to be a ship management action arcade combat game where you play as a bounty hunter. Sounds pretty awesome and like a lot of fun. Cute little alien dude. Looks pretty cool as well. I'm excited to pet him and kind of hold him and to see what he can do. Compound is my type of game. This looks awesome. I love the art style. It just looks fantastic. It's a randomized roguelike shooter, and I love stuff like that. Looks really cool. The art style is what gets it for me. It reminds me of jumping into something like Wolfenstein, which is going to be awesome to do in VR. Killer Frequency scared the crap out of me just in the trailer. There's a jump scare in the trailer that you have to see, so search for it on YouTube. It's funny to watch with the sound on, but I'm excited to try this. This is a radio broadcast style game that I believe is like a puzzle type of survival kind of game. I'm not really sure what exactly it is from the trailer, but it looks creepy as heck, and like it could be a lot of fun. There's like this serial killer on the loose, and I don't know, but it looks like fun. This next one, Eolia, I believe is how it's said, actually just popped up in the coming soon section of the Quest store. I believe this is the second part to a game that launched earlier this year for the Rhythm of the Universe. Might have been last year that it launched. I can't remember, but not 100% sure what it'll be or how it will play. I did not play the first game that they launched on the Quest 2. Did not hear great things about it, but I did not play it, so I won't say anything myself. Next up is the Chewllers, which is a tower combat or a tower type of wave-based shooter. It is multiplayer, and there is some stuff you can do to your weapons and I think upgrades and stuff like that. Not sure. I will not pass judgment until I play it. Still not my type of game, though. So if it's yours, you can be excited for it. We're almost done the list. This next one is an anime-style game called Dyschronia, I think, or Chronos Alternate. I have no idea how to say that game, but it is coming to the Quest 2. It's like a crime investigation game in the future. I love crime investigation, so I'll give it a shot, and I do like anime, although I've kind of fallen out of my love of anime. Last on the list is HeliSquad Covert Ops. Now, this game we don't really know much about either. Just a teaser trailer was launched. This is by the same developers that did Warplanes. Those flying games feel really good, and they look really good on the Quest, so I'm excited to see what they've done with HeliSquad Covert Ops. Well, there you go. There is 40 different games coming to the Quest 2. Every single game that I could find anywhere that I thought could be coming to the Quest 2. Now, I've probably missed some, so please comment down below with any that I've missed and with what your favorite game on this list is. Which game are you looking forward to the most coming to the Quest platform? Let me know down below. And if you want to get the most out of your Quest and your Quest 2, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down there and the bell icon for notifications, and you can check out more of my videos right there on the screen. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe and happy questing.